Christmas 1996. While most families across America were celebrating a night filled with joy and laughter, one family in Boulder, Colorado, was about to face a nightmare so horrific, it would become one of the most infamous mysteries in modern history. This is the story of JonBenét Ramsey, a 6-year-old beauty queen whose tragic and mysterious death has haunted investigators and the public for over 27 years. Quick montage of JonBenét smiling, the ransom note, crime scene photos and headlines flashing on screen. Who was JonBenét Ramsey? What secrets does this case still hold? And why, after all these years, are we no closer to the truth? Let's unravel this chilling mystery together. JonBenét Ramsey was not just a child. She was a phenomenon, born into a wealthy family. Her beauty, charm, and talent made her the star of child beauty pageants. Titles like Little Miss Colorado and America's Royal Miss became part of her young legacy. But behind the glittering tiaras and sparkling gowns was a little girl who loved Christmas, playing with her brother Burke and dreaming of a future she would never see. On Christmas night, 1996, the Ramsey family returned home after a festive evening. The house was warm, the tree was lit, and gifts were waiting under the tree. But by the next morning, their world would shatter forever at 5:52 a.m. Patsy Ramsey made a frantic 911 call. Use. Audio snippet. Realistic reenactment of the 911 call plays. Dispatcher. 911, what's your emergency? Patsy, panicking. We have a kidnapping, our daughter is gone. A mysterious ransom note was discovered on the staircase, demanding $118,000 for JonBenét's safe return. The amount, oddly specific, matched John Ramsey's recent bonus, raising more questions than answers. 27 years later, what have we learned? The screen shows recent photos of JonBenét's memorial and advancements in DNA technology. Decades later, new technologies like genetic genealogy have sparked hope that this cold case might finally be solved. But as of today, the identity of JonBenét's killer remains unknown. Conclusion: a legacy of questions. JonBenét Ramsey's story is more than just an unsolved mystery. It's a mirror reflecting the flaws in our justice system, the dangers of media sensationalism, and the haunting fragility of life. As we remember JonBenét today, one question lingers. Will we ever know the truth? Call to action. Final screen shows the Unsolved Files logo. Narrator, voice. Thank you for watching. The Unsolved Case of JonBenét Ramsey, 27 years later. If you found this story compelling, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Unsolved Files for more gripping mysteries. Later, John Ramsey found JonBenét's lifeless body in the basement of their home. She had been strangled, her skull fractured and her hands tied. The scene was gruesome, yet puzzling, raising one haunting question. How did the killer manage this inside their home without being caught? The evidence was contradictory, signs of a struggle. None signs of an intruder, inconclusive. And then there was the garrote, a handmade weapon created using items from the Ramsey home. Experts have called the ransom note the most bizarre piece of evidence in the case. It was unusually long, riddled with dramatic phrases like, "We are a small foreign faction," and ended with a chilling warning, "Do not contact the police." But here's where it gets stranger. Handwriting experts debated for years whether Patsy Ramsey could have written it. Others claimed it was a diversion by the real killer. This case wasn't just a tragedy. It was a spectacle. News channels aired non-stop coverage, painting the Ramsey family as either grieving victims or cunning murderers. The public was divided. Was this the work of a calculated intruder or a sinister family secret? Even 27 years later, theories about JonBenét's murder continue to stir debate. The intruder theory, DNA evidence suggested an unidentified male at the crime scene, supporting the idea of an intruder. But skeptics argue this could be contamination. The family theory. Some believe the Ramseys staged the scene to cover up an accidental death. Was it Patsy in a moment of rage or Burke in an innocent mishap? The outsider connection. Could JonBenét's high-profile pageant career have attracted a stalker, or was she targeted by someone obsessed with her fame?